Look, Rob, all I'm saying is Stacy Brown Jr. shows up and all of a sudden it starts raining. I don't believe that's a coincidence. Not one bit.
Drowning, desolate, feel so overwhelmed. Can't get nothing right. Got everything. Now I'm losing sight.
What up, everybody?
We really need to reach out to those guys and ask them, formally, officially, hey, can we use your shit? So that's innovating for those who didn't fucking know. Go check them out.
They're local, right?
Yep, local band innovating.
I'd heard about them, but
good
I haven't
goddamn
heard them.
guys.
Yeah, shit. I play on the guitar player softball team.
Oh, right on.
Oh yeah, and we're good. Tell you what,
That's
we are good.
sucking.
Oh my god. So
Here we go. You gonna do it? Do it.
which one am I doing? What am I doing? Bitching about softball?
Yep. So he's on a softball team, and I got to go check out.
Just a male softball team?
It's a
Co-ed.
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 Okay, so
Yep.
it's not that weird. All right.
Right, yeah.
Not really. Yeah. So Jeremy had some shit to say.
Yeah. I forgot what it was. I forgot a lot of it.
You were bitching about people half-assing.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. Half the team wouldn't swing. Not our team, the other
I
team.
always swing. I mean, once I got with my new girlfriend, it's been kind of hard to swing, but
Whoa.
I'm trying to. Oh, you're not talking about that. My bad.
Whoa.
My bad.
Yeah, no, point being, get out there and swing it and see what happens. But yeah,
There were people that would go up to bat and would swing, and once they got on like fucking first base, they would like tag out, and somebody would come in and would be the runner.
There was a few of them too.
Yeah, that happened a few times.
It wasn't like one injured person. It was
Yeah, I didn't see anybody injured.
whatever.
I mean, I don't know what they're.
I think the only one that got injured last night was me.
Yeah.
Took that shot to the knee.
Mm.
That's
Are you
right.
okay?
I'm fine. I got another knee. I got
Okay.
a whole another one.
You don't need two.
No,
Shit's
no,
overrated.
shit, I barely used one of them.
No. We need two.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
I'll do it. I'll do it again next week.
I genuinely enjoyed it. All right, so I have a gripe, and I've said this off camera.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm going to say it again. So I had
People need
this.
to know about this.
I had this fucking fantasy in my head. All right, I'm going to go watch a softball game. I want a beer and a hot dog. That's all I want. Just a beer and a fucking hot dog. And the concession stand had none. No beers. No. They had fucking
This
chips.
is a county park, right?
Yeah. Like, man, can I at least
You would
get-
think you would know that there was going to be no beer.
Yep, no beers, no hot dogs, no hot food, no. Yep,
Good thing I brought the beers.
yep. But Jeremy saved the day and brought the beers. He didn't win the game,
See, I would imagine like an adult softball team, there would be a lot of beers involved.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's half the game.
right. Okay. Yeah. So
If you don't take it too seriously, some of these people are out there like ESPN's hiding in the stands.
no shit.
Waiting to recruit them. Oh,
No, I believe one.
absolutely ridiculous.
Now I'm not going to say anybody's name, but I believe somebody on your team may have taken a drink out on the field with them.
I have
yeah.
no idea.
I saw it.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt. One bit.
Yeah, I'm not calling Jared. I mean, I'm not calling anybody out.
That's right. Let's get to our guest.
Yes, Stacy Brown. Fucking.
That's right. We got some cool shit. So this guy contacted me a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey, man, Chris told me to get a hold of you." I'm like, "All right, cool. What are we doing?" He's like, well, "I got the Paracon, North Florida Paracon going on at the Warrior on the 22nd." I was like, "Yes, scheduled clear. Who do we got? Kicking him off. We need to get him on. This is gonna be fun."
Yeah, we kicked off a major band, a signed.
It was
Record
Metallica.
Oh shit! Yeah, those dudes are overrated. I'm still pissed at them over the
Whoa.
Napster shit. So
Wow, you hold a grudge. Huh?
yeah, man.
Damn.
Elephants don't forget. So
Apparently not.
So yeah, I brought even brought a couple of things. Let me see what we got here. What do we got set up? We got the Bigfoot area. Stay
Oh,
on
right
Marked
on.
Trail sign. We got that up. And where's the? Is it this one? Nope. This one. Brought my own skunk ape. How you doing, Rob? Oh, that's fucked up.
The best smelling skunk ape I've ever been around. I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a compliment.
I wash.
Yeah, dude, this place y'all got set up here is badass, man. I have
Thanks.
to give you props on that
Thank
again. So
Thanks. I
usually
need
you
to-
do these things and then just like over the phone or something like that, you know.
Right.
But y'all got a real setup here,
Yeah.
man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's about to go through some renovations, getting a little bit bigger.
Right?
We're noticing
That's what she
that
said.
our podcast is starting to become like multiple bands. Like
Right.
we'll take the whole show that's booked that night and we'll bring them on and they'll want to do acoustic stuff and all that stuff. So
Oh, gotcha.
I need to expand a little bit. So working on it.
Hell yeah. I got contacted like a week ago by this guy named Malcolm Springer, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna fly you up to Nashville, do my podcast. It's at Universal Records." I was
What?
like, what the fuck? So I Googled this guy. This motherfucker's like on this damn Bigfoot kick, right?
Hmm.
So he's like Matchbox 20's producer. And he like he just did all the mastering for Johnny Cash's anthology, I guess. So like fucking huge dude. I had no idea who he was. I was like, oh, whatever. So I was supposed to leave in the morning, but we moved it back to November so I could drive up and go see some family I got in the area.
That's what's
But
up.
yeah, you never know who's watching your shit.
Right.
Like
Hmm.
honestly, you never know, because like it was about 6 months ago. I got hit up by some TV show wanting me to be on a show with a WWE superstar. Apparently, this guy had been like fucking following me for a few years, super into Bigfoot, and then they told I can't say who it is. I can tell you off air, but anyways, I said, nah, I'm not. I'm good. I don't want to do no stupid ass show where I'm following around some fucking jacked ass
Right.
WWE superstar. But yeah, you literally never know who's on your YouTube. You know, those subscribers, even if you only have like fucking 10, you know,
Yeah.
like the first show I got on, I had a Bigfoot encounter over in Chattahoochee, right? And I put a YouTube video out talking about it, had 6 views, and one of them was a producer from Howard Stern.
Damn.
And
What?
Yeah, the motherfucker calls me.
That
He's
is
like, "Yo,
awesome.
I want you to be on this Bigfoot show." And so I was like, "Get the fuck out of here! I'm from Waukegan County,
Right.
You know? And I'm like, "Whatever. You're from Howard Stern? Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, bud." So I
right.
hung the phone up.
No.
Yeah. He calls back. I hang up on him again. I think somebody's fucking with me, right? I'm like, I ain't got time for this
I'm
shit.
done at that point. If I'm him, I'm like, yeah, nope.
No, he calls back a third time. He's like, "Don't hang up the fucking phone." He's like, "Will you be on my show?" I was like, "Dude, you buy the plane tickets and I'll go film." And like 15 minutes later, I got the email. He bought the tickets. I was
Damn.
like, "Fuck, I'm going to Idaho." So
Hell yeah.
it was kind of cool. But yeah, you never know, man. Like that's what some of my friends are like. "Damn, we only got 500 plays on this." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't know who's watching.
Right.
It's 500 plays could snowball into something else. You just got to continue to put your name out there, put content out there,
Yep.
you know, and do your thing."
Be consistent and just put it out.
Yep.
Put it out.
So 'cause you never know.
I guess we're content creators.
I suppose. We
You would
we
be
push it
content
out,
creator.
right?
Yes. And so, as a content creator, that is really inspirational. I needed to hear that. Truthfully.
No, seriously. And you know, it may never
Yeah.
happen, but you can't fucking win the lotto if you don't play it,
Right. Absolutely.
you know?
Yeah.
So, and it just goes like that, because then I'm on one TV show and then the snowball is coming down the hill. It's getting bigger and bigger. Next thing you know, you're on Fox News, Good Morning America, and E! Entertainment. Talk Soup's fucking making fun of you. So,
Hell yeah.
you know, it just, you never fucking know, dude.
If there's anyone from Talk Soup watching,
Yeah,
please.
fuck you, dude. Like the
No,
guy,
no,
the guy
no,
that.
don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Please make fun of me or us tomorrow morning. Please.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Come on with it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
really
like
thick skin. Come on.
I get on Bigfoot Bounty and they're interviewing me. It's the introducing Stacy Brown to the world thing, and I'm like, I don't know what was going through my head, but I'm like, Neil Armstrong's first person to walk on the moon. Stacy Brown's gonna be first motherfucker to find Bigfoot, cuz they take that clip.
Yep.
They take that clip, and it's like on Conan O'Brien. It's like all these dudes are just railing on me. I'm like, I don't know if I should be good with this. You know?
Wait a minute. I'm
That
sorry.
is perfect.
I misunderstood something. So you said that, and that clip was on Conan O'Brien.
Oh, that was one of the multiple shows it was on.
No shit.
Yeah, man. Fucking cracking on me. So, yeah, it was fun. I went on Lex and Terry, and they fucking just bashed me for like 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
those guys are kind of jackasses.
It was fun, you know, because you gotta, like, if you're in that situation, you can't expect. You know, this is what they do. They tell jokes. They crack on fucking people. So you gotta take it, you know. And I was trying not to laugh the whole time. I was just like, shit, dude, this kind of hurts my feelings. Whatever. Let's go with it, dude. And then I got my friends fucking blowing my phone up. I'm listening to you. I'm like, damn, bro.
There was a local band, Tragic. Lex and Terry, they were doing a little locals thing, and fucking Tragic was played on Lex and Terry. And kind of like what you just said, I'm blowing them like, hey, you guys are on fucking Lex and Terry, you know. So,
did they crack on him?
Yeah, actually they did.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah. They weren't. I mean, they were cool about it, but they didn't. They didn't suck up to them either.
Well, you know, it's you can't get your ass hurt about that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because like, even if these motherfuckers just trash you, this is the worst stuff I've ever listened to, or you know, whatever. You're on Lex and Terry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys are fucking. There's people listening to you all over the country, and at least the rule is 1%. So you reached 1 million people. 1% of that is going to go and check you out.
Absolutely.
It's a safe bet. So fucking let them make fun. Make fun of yourself.
Definitely.
Don't go in there and be serious about the shit.
Right.
Because if you're serious and you get your feelings hurt and, oh, you can't talk to me like that. But that's how the world is nowadays. It's like our generation's nuts fell off a long time ago. And so anytime you say anything that hurts somebody's little ego, they get all butt hurt and shit like that. It's like, man. These people got to stick, you know. Of course, Conan O'Brien was going to say those words about me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I was on his show twice, or he cracked on me twice. There was another one. There was another like Finding Bigfoot episode where me and Cliff Barackman were walking through the swamp, and he said something about to avoid awkward situations with their wife and children, men go into the woods looking for a mythical beast. I was like, damn. But, yeah, I mean,
there's some truth behind that.
Yeah, you gotta just enjoy the ride, you know, because fuck, not everybody gets picked on by these people.
Absolutely,
you know. So fuck it.
Some people are so goddamn boring. They're just like, well, I got nothing to make fun of you.
Right.
You're extremely boring.
Right. If you're not, and you get that pleasure to have Dave Chappelle or somebody like that fucking cracking on you, take it in swing, brother. You know, just go with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. So,
I bet it was.
Yeah, it was. It was weird because it's like I'm from Wakulla,
right?
So I had never. I think the only states I've been to was like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, maybe Tennessee.
Yep.
And now I think there's only like 4 states I haven't been to.
Damn.
You know, all from, and I haven't paid a fucking dime to go to any of these places. Yeah. You know, it's like going on other people's fucking dime. So, yeah, it fucking happens. It just, they pull you out of the swamp. I ain't got a lot of money, but I got like a shit ton of experiences, you know? Like, I guess one of my favorite ones was Ink Master. Y'all remember the show?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, absolutely. So Bigfoot Bounty was also on Spike. And after I won that, I had to do so many appearances, right, for the network. Mm-hmm. And I had to go to the Ink Master live finale. You know what I mean? And they had this after party on the tower or motel tower or some shit. It's in Manhattan. This huge fucking skyscraper. There's a fucking, like, the top floor is just like, you're basically inside and outside. Kind of hard to describe, but the dude with the mustache, his band's playing and shit. And I'm like, cool, I'm just going to roll in here. Nobody's going to know who I am. I'll just sit back and watch all the famous people, you know. And I walk in the fucking door and I hear Stacy fucking Brown. And I turn and look and it's Dave Navarro.
Holy shit.
Fucking arms out like this. Like he's a fucking huge fan of the show. And I'm like, what? And so then he fucking parades me around like his brand new Chihuahua, and he's telling everybody about, hey, this guy hunts Bigfoot, blah, 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 blah. And then so I'm like talking to these fucking guys, and it was cool, man. They got me fucked up. We rode around Manhattan in a limo and got trashed, and they dropped me off there at LaGuardia. And I,
Get out.
I flew home.
Back to the
Boy, I
swamps.
was fucked up, dude. I was like, oh my God, the TSA is going to fucking arrest me. But I didn't have nothing on me. So, you know, it was still all in the limo. But it was it's one of the experiences, man, because like the TV executives are fucking living their dream, and they live vicariously through these,
Right.
you know, through all the meeting this person and that person. They share an evening with you, and they probably don't fucking remember who you are after that. And, you know, you get to step into their world for a little bit. And I mean, they just had a driver drive us around for like 4 hours around Manhattan, you know, getting fucked up. And it was just one of them things, man. It's like I'm with the head of Spike, and I'm with the head of, what was the head of that channel? Anyways, a few like, channel directors, and we're just getting fucking blasted, you know. So it was an experience.
Oh yeah, that had to be fucking awesome. Oh my God, we got a couple chats. Tammy says, "Welcome, Stacy." Buck Lemon says, "What up, Fran? What up, Buck?" Gotta give him a laser.
Buck Lemons.
That's
Is
right.
that a real name?
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
his name.
He's a singer for
Yes.
That is
Trying
cool
to
as
find
shit,
for a
dude.
Child by Stone.
Buck Lemons.
Easily one of the coolest names on one of the coolest people ever. Melissa.
Speaking of imperfecting.
Yeah, there's Melissa now. Oh boy, now they started conversating. Smith says, "Welcome, OutKast Paranormal." She is probably going to fire some questions at you.
It's
She's got
already
all
there.
I've got
it.
it.
Yeah,
I've got
already
answers.
there.
I've got experiences that you won't believe.
Coming in hot.
Yeah. Say, Jeremy, scoot your mic over so we can all see your beautiful face. Sure. There we go. All right, here's one. Tell us the story of the most tell us the story of the most uncomfortable you have been on an investigation, pretty please.
Oh shit.
Hey, all right,
Okay.
there's an actual decent question.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with like what's your favorite color?
Right.
What is your favorite color?
Is this? I'm colorblind.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah, me too.
shit.
We're starting a club.
Yeah. So like, do you ever get fucked up with the red lights?
No, I'm not that bad.
Oh shit, bro.
I'm out there sideways every once in a
Yeah,
while.
if they're
but,
sideways, I'm fucked. Like I'm watching traffic at that point. Like, all right, which one of y'all's going first? Yeah. So I guess the most uncomfortable I've been on an investigation was at the Wildwood Sanitarium in Western New York. We had done we were on this paranormal road trip. We were live streaming every night. Went to 7 different locations in 6 nights. Like 3,000 miles we drove. We started up at the Conjuring House. We went all the way to Pennsylvania, Ohio. Ended up back in Maine. So we were in West Virginia at Point Pleasant, doing a Mothman investigation, and we did this Aleister Crowley ritual. The little clip from it is in our film, the Skunk Ape Experiments. But we did this thing. Equipment all started going nuts. One of the doors on the TNT bunkers slammed shut, and these fucking doors are like blast doors. You know what I mean? Like 400, 500 pound doors. And so we got out of there, no big deal. Went up to the sanitarium there, and we were doing an EVP session, And I swear on my life, my buddy goes, "You talk too much for this shit," and then walks out the room. Bro, I got fucking hot. I was like, I'm going to fuck this dude up, right? Like, I was pissed. So I said, I can't do this no more. I set the camera down, went upstairs. He comes up after about 20 minutes or so. He's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Roll the tape back. Listen to what you said, motherfucker." You know? And he didn't say it.
No!
So that was the first part. And then we're doing a spirit box session or direct link session upstairs, and we get a child's voice say, "Close the portal." We didn't close the portal. We tried to open the night before. I don't believe in closing this shit. If we're going to go to a haunted location, I want to open the portal, and I want it to still be fucking active when I come back. You know what I mean? It's probably, most people tell you that's bad, but whatever. Your fucking rules. So we go to bed. I should be exhausted at this point, right? This is like fucking damn near at the end of the trip, and I can't sleep. And I'm just hearing something run up and down the steps. Up and down the steps. Up and down the steps. There's nobody else in the fucking house. And like I'm sitting there thinking about fucking killing myself. I'm like, "You're a fucking loser. You need to blow your brains out. You piece of shit. What are you doing right now? You're up here fucking around on a live stream, and you got your family and shit back home, yada yada." And it gets so bad that like I get up out of bed, I fucking load all of our shit up, and I get out of the house. As soon as I fucking get out of the house, it's just like fucking starts flowing, dude. I like break down, nervous fucking breakdown right there. And so that was probably the worst, you know, that I'd ever had on an investigation, because it was like they say all these things about demons and watch what you conjure and watch what you say and shit like that. Well, I haven't seen it. You know what I mean? So you fucking show me. You can conjure a demon right now? Fuck, let's do it. I ain't got nothing else going on. I want to see some fucking shit. So be careful what you wish for, though. You know, because it was rough. That night was really, really hard for me. And so I guess that would be the most uncomfortable, you know, because not to sound like a narcissist, but I love myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Like I'm
Yes.
very content with who I am and very happy in my own skin. So I don't want to kill myself. You know,
Good.
I'm gonna live this life. You know, I mean, now granted, I would do like a flatliners experiment. You know what I mean? Just to see what's on the other side. Just curiosity,
Rob,
right? That would
You
get
up?
me there.
You're gonna understand why I'm shaking my head in a minute. Please continue.
But you know that's me. I would never kill myself. I got kids. I love my family. I miss them too much.
Yeah.
You know, and to have those thoughts, it was rough because like I said, that ain't me. And just hearing that stuff and it's your own voice telling you this shit. Right? You know, what are you doing? You know, you're a piece of shit. Like for hours, bro.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sitting there looking at the ceiling for hours, and I just couldn't take it. So like that's the one place I don't know that I'll ever go back to.
And where was that?
The Wildwood Sanitarium.
Mm.
It's in Western New York, I believe. It was upstate. It was cold as fuck. It was like, I want to say it was like July or something like that, but it was freezing, man.
I was gonna say, getting in your head like that. That sounds like some Amityville shit.
Yeah, it was. It was something else because like me and Bill, we get along great. Like out of the all the people I've hung out with and worked with, I get along with him pretty much best. You know, we've known each other forever, and I wanted to fuck that dude up.
Yeah,
like I was debating it, you know, and so it doesn't take much to push me to get pissed off. But in that moment, I was like, I got to get away, you know.
Right.
I got to get away. I'm gonna beat his ass on live TV.
Yep.
So it wasn't good.
This is very interesting to me. So we all have things that we really enjoy. One of my favorite fucking things in life.
Metallica.
DMT.
Will you shut the fuck up?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
Yes. Oh my god, here we go.
One of my favorite things in life is a fantasy series called The Dresden Files by an author named Jim Butcher. The main character is a private detective, but he's also a real wizard.
Okay.
Right. And again, I say this is one of my favorite things in life. I love this fucking novel series. I say that to also say I'm also the world's biggest fucking non-believer.
Right.
And what do you say to the? And no, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, you're full of shit." And
no, hey, listen. Everything I'm going to tell you, I fucking understand how it sounds.
Yeah. And I'm extremely non-judgmental.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, you're full of shit," or "Oh, I don't believe you." But take that as you may. But what do you say though to the non-believers? Like, what are your thoughts there?
So, the non-believers, the people that you can show these things to,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I can't guarantee it, but let's go. Let's see. And then if you see some shit as a non-believer, you're in the moment. This is how it's going to work for you. You're in the moment. Be like, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The shit's all real. The shit's all real.
And then
15
when you're
minutes later,
removed from it,
you're going to fucking be like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's the aggravating part. But I understand what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking dumb.
Right.
I don't expect you to believe me. Like, you should have a healthy dose of skepticism with everything, with the fucking government, especially, but in everything, but you have to get out there and experience it yourself. You can't say, like, okay, hey, somebody comes up and tells you Mountain Dew's best thing on the planet, and you're like, Mountain Dew's shit, but you ain't never tried it.
Right. How are you going to say that?
Exactly. And
True.
You'll have people do that. So if you haven't really, and that's how I try to tell the people, if you haven't been out there and looked for these things, not that you'll experience them, because even at that moment, it's not a guarantee.
Absolutely.
But you have to put yourself in a position to win, right? If you want the experience, you have to put yourself there.
Yeah.
So, I've heard all kinds of things, especially from like family.
Yeah.
Those are the motherfuckers that like, they come at you the hardest. Usually people are reserved because they don't want to get punched in the fucking face.
Right.
Right. But I don't expect people to believe me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But countless people have been with me when shit's happened. We went and done shit. Crazy shit's happened. And they'll be the first to tell you. Like, I had this guy come down from Alabama. His name was Chris Price. And I've been talking about these lights we were seeing in the woods. He's like, Stacy, I'd like to go see the lights. I'm like, I can't fucking guarantee it. And he's like, well, let's just go. I was like, all right, cool. I said, when we get there, I'm going to sound like I'm insane. I'm going to talk to the forest.
Okay.
Right? Play my little singing bowl. I'm going to talk to the forest.
That's some Wiccan shit. I like it. Okay.
It's
okay.
I dabble with many different things. So
sure.
But next thing you know, it's like, okay, so have y'all seen the new Hocus Pocus yet?
Nope.
Okay, well, I suggest you don't.
No,
if you didn't like the first one, you
go
hate this one.
Go ahead, spoil it.
Anyways, there's a scene.
no chance of watching it.
There's a scene at the end of Hocus Pocus where there's all these lights around.
Yep.
So it's whimsical shit. There's all these different fucking lights. That's what it was like.
Okay.
There were like 50 to 100 fucking lights that just surrounded us. Not fireflies.
That's where I was going.
Lights, bro. Because they're flying into the mirror on my car. We're watching them. They'll fly up to you here and they'll exit out back here. It's like they were going through you. And I told him, I said, so what do you think? Because usually we don't see those. We see the little ones, or we'll see ones about the size of this, right? Which could be swamp gas. If you're a skeptic, you're like, swamp gas. I've lived in Florida my whole motherfucking life.
Yeah.
I lived in the swamp.
Yep, in the fucking woods.
Ain't no goddamn swamp gas I ever seen. But whatever. So.
And swamp gas is more of a fog.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, people that just like fucking shoot everything down. And like I said, you had the experience. And this guy has came back like 3 times trying to see those lights again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And seeing is believing.
What do you think they were?
I think it's some kind of spirits or something.
Okay.
I talked to a guy and he told me they were fairies.
That's where I was going in my mind.
I mean?
Again, because I'm into fantasy shit.
Right.
So I was thinking Fairies?
So I had to catch myself on that because I was like, fairies, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yet and still,
But-
and still the other
but-
shit that I'm dabbling with and looking
Right.
for
Yeah.
is just as equally stupid,
Right.
you
Yep.
know, as the thought of fairies. But it was one of those things I'll probably never experience again in my life.
Yeah.
But it was like magical,
Damn.
and I don't know how to convey that to people, like, because in these moments I'll have everybody turn the electronics off. I'm like, listen,
Yes, everything
this
off.
is just for you.
Yes.
It's just for us. It's not for everybody else in the world. Fuck
Right.
them. If they want to fucking come experience this, they can come experience this. But this is just for us right now. And these things, we're going to have a personal deal here if they show up. And usually you can tell with the person that you got. Like some people be so closed-minded that you can tell they think they're wasting their fucking time.
Right.
You know,
And they'll fucking ruin it.
and then nothing happens.
Oh, yeah, kill the mood with
it's
their
like, it's
energy.
like you. If
So
you
what you're
turn
saying is
yourself
you
off,
really do not want me to come out with you. is
Oh
what
no!
you're saying.
Hey, absolutely. Any fucking time you guys want to come, I'll
I'm
take you
fucking going.
Bigfooting. I'll take you
We're
ghost
leaving from
hunting.
here.
We can go do any
show.
fucking thing you want.
Honestly, that shit scares the hell out of me. I've got some gnarly fucking dreams, man, and that shit it scares the. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That shit scares the piss out of me.
Right?
That's fucking cool. That's really cool. Man, there was something I was going to ask you, and
You'll remember.
yeah,
I'm about it, man. I love this shit. Well, I told you some of my ghost stories before.
yeah. He's got a few. The thing.
The thing. Yeah. She hasn't been back.
Yeah, that fucking thing right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that okay. That's kind of
Do
where I was
tell.
going.
All right.
I think maybe I'm just because that kind of shit legit scares me
Mhm.
that I'm fucking closed off to it, like in my head or my aura or soul, whatever you want to fucking call it. I think maybe I'm just completely turned off to it. You remember Sunland, probably,
Oh yeah.
right? I hope there are no cops watching. I did go in there one time, and my experience was it was a creepy old fucking building. And
Did you get a
there's-
hand job for one of the bums that lived in there?
No,
Fucking missed
No.
out, bro.
What? Oh, man.
no, missed out
They
on that.
do
as
anything
well.
for change.
Yeah, so went in there, and yes, it's fucking creepy, and it was dark, and it's dank, and it fucking smells bad, and again, yeah, it was creepy. But while I was in there, I mean, nothing, like no bad feelings, or no feelings of dread, or didn't hear anything, didn't see anything, like literally fucking nothing happened. I walk out of the place, and I could have fucking swore I heard somebody fucking screaming there. Could have been other people in there.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been somebody else, but I did hear somebody fucking scream, and that shit just made my fucking hair tingle.
So, how do you get feelings when you go into these places? Like sometimes you'll
No,
be like,
nothing.
I don't feel right about this place or anything.
Nope,
No, okay.
nothing,
Because I was going to ask you how you feel when you go into the Warrior.
nothing.
There's something there.
The fucking Warrior is like one of my favorite spots to
No
go
shit.
to. Yes,
Okay.
like that.
October 22nd.
Oh yeah.
Then again, whenever I go to the Warrior, I'm in a completely different mindset. Then
Next time you go to the Warrior, you
okay,
won't.
I'll
You won't be, I promise.
It'll be in
This
the back
shit's
of my
gonna stick in
mind.
your fucking head. You're gonna be
Okay.
like, all right, Stacy told me about Beth, and Beth freaks you the fuck out. So I went to Godwin told me his bar was haunted after he bought it. And I'm like, all right, cool, we'll come check it out. So me and my old lady went up there and got locked in, and we're doing a spirit box session. And I get Beth. And now, Spirit Box, to anybody who doesn't know, is just a normal radio.
We're not talking about the band.
Nope. Hell no. Candlebox, none of them. Spirit Box. But, yeah, so it's just a normal radio, but you hack it, you cut a certain wire so the channels flip really fast. Fup, 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 fup. I'm sure you've seen it on the ghost shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I get Beth 42 times in 7 minutes out of the Spirit Box, right? I never hear Beth on the fucking radio.
When you say
Ever.
Beth,
Beth.
Can you elaborate on what you mean?
The name.
Okay.
Like, it's just saying Beth, Beth, Beth.
Oh, it's saying Beth.
Beth.
Oh, it's saying
Yeah,
Beth.
I'm like, who are you? Beth. And then there's like just multiple screams and all that stuff. And so now, and the only reason I brought it up because of Joseph Badia.
There he is.
Medea's son, Joseph Badia. Anyways, he's my camera guy. He's fucking killer. If anybody's looking for work, music video, or
Yeah,
anything,
he's
hit
been-
this
he's
man
been here.
up.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Oh,
and you can ask him everywhere we take that spirit box. Beth to come out of it. Now I can turn another spirit box on and that spirit box on, same time, get them sweeping at the same rate. So they're pulling in the same channels, sweeping at the same time. Never hear Beth out of this one. I'll get Beth like 15, 20 times out of this one. So going to make a film about the spirit box and the spirit that's in the box.
Yeah.
Maybe to see why it's clung to me, why it's still doing that, why it's in the box, what happened to her, shit like that. Maybe like a true crime kind of thing with like some fucking psychics or something.
So have you done any research? Like,
So Godwin had told me that he had some psychics come in because a lot of the employees up there were having shit go on late at night after as they were closing and stuff. And apparently all the psychics were hitting on a father and a son that like basically raped and murdered some girl.
oh,
Right. And I'm assuming that's Beth.
ooh,
Right. But I want to get to the bottom of it, It's something fun. I should have brought the fucking thing because we could have turned it right on right now and spoke to her. Like, I fucking promise. Like, yeah, I'll see you guys again. I'll make sure I bring the fucking thing.
Oh,
We'll
you
sit
know
there
you're
and
coming
speak
back.
to
Fuck
Beth.
yeah.
We'll speak to Beth, bro.
Rob's going to come in remote on that one. I'm about it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Rob just shakes his head. No. All right.
I'm trying to practice a thing that I think Jeremy recently turned me on to or told me about lucid dreaming. We all dream, and I've never in my fucking 40 years of existence even thought about trying to take control of your dreams. Never fucking thought about it. It's completely unheard of concept to me, and so trying to
You should practice it because when you die, that's what you're going to do. Right?
Yep.
And you don't want to be there with your pants down. I wish I could have. Okay, so we did an experiment. Has anybody heard of like the Gateway Project or the Stargate experiment?
Yep.
Well, her Stargate.
Okay, so not the Kurt Russell film, but in World War II, the Nazis had this fucking experiment they did where they would remote view astral travel to spy on the Allied forces, right? So the CIA, after taking all the Nazi shit, maybe the Nazis infiltrated our government, but whatever, we'll save that for another time. They took this experiment and they tried it again. And then they kind of changed it a little bit and tried it again. Well, they came out of that saying we live in like an energy vortex and all religions are real and all this different shit. So we had somebody rebuild the experiment and we did it at the Conjuring House. Okay. And so Jay Prather built it. He makes a lot of the equipment for Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, Ghost Brothers. There's a fucking ghost show on TV. Jay's making all that custom shit for him. Like, what's that singer's name? I want to say Acacia, but that ain't her fucking name.
The Acacia Stream?
No, she's like a. What is her name? It's a stupid ass name. Anyways, she's a singer and she had some ghost show. Anyways, he built her a fucking mic. It was like an EVP mic, right?
Yeah.
So she was singing to it, and then the ghost could react through the mic. But anyways, he built this experiment for us, and it was fucked. Like, there were 6 of us at the time doing it, trying to open a physical portal, right? And all I can say is it was like I went to heaven, I went to hell. I seen my past, I seen my future and my present all in 47 minutes, right? an audio frequency should not make you hallucinate, but it does, right? And like I don't know how to explain it, but if everybody was to do this experiment, and like I said, this is going to be some of the shit that I talk about. Sounds like bullshit, but Joseph was there, Joey was there, and he did it as well. But this experiment, if you get down to like where your brain waves are like 4 to 7 hertz, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Then you can leave your body. Your consciousness can actually bounce out. Like in real time on camera, I'm texting my girlfriend. I'm like, are you sitting in my spot on the couch right now eating something out of a can? And she's like, are you fucking looking at me right now? Like, and then so my kids are blowing me up during the experiment. There's a fog over coming through the living room and shit. Like this back in Crawfordville. I'm in fucking Rhode Island, right? Weird as fuck. My buddy sees his granddad. His granddad dies the next day. Like this shit was fucking strange. But anyways, that's after we die. I'm in the full belief now that that's what happens. You go to this place that CIA called the Absolute.
Okay.
And so it is everything, right? But once I seen this woman, another one of the guys seen the woman, and as soon as the experiment ended, it's a fucking woman scream from upstairs. And they followed that fucking scream from room to room to room until they finally got to the last room she was in. And they opened the door, scream happened, nobody was in there, you know, and then it just fucking stopped. But that one probably changed my life. Like I'm different now. You know what I mean? And like we're trying to perfect this experiment more. Funding's a bitch, but we're trying to perfect it more because I want everybody to do it. Everybody in the fucking world. Like if you was to do this experiment and you had this experience, the bullshit wouldn't matter. Like none of the bullshit. Like I think that's how you see these Buddhists and Hindus walking around in these fucking sheets. You know what I mean? Nothing designer. They're on a different fucking plane.
Right.
They already know. Right. And so it was like that. It was one of those type moments, you know. It was like I come out of it like fucking crying and just weirded out. It's like in a fall. Get back up to where your brainwaves are normal, you know, because the experiment you lay down on a cot. If Stacy allows you to lay down on the cot, that was the thing. I made them all sit up the first time. I was like, "Fuck, I gotta film y'all. I can't see you if you're laying down." But then they all hated me for it. But the second time when I was involved, we all laid down because I was like, "Yeah, we gotta lay down." So I was like, "Fuck it, it's me this time, so we gotta lay down." And coming out of that took everybody. Everybody was just like fucking drained, you know, like what you would expect if you just got fucking tortured for 6 months or something. You're just kind of like dead, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was probably one of the craziest fucking things I ever did, and it opened up a whole nother. Like you see with the paranormal world, they're all running around with these little toys, these REM pods and shit like that. And, oh, it's going off. We got hits on the K2 meter. Yada, yada, yada. There's ghosts here. You don't know there's fucking ghosts there. You don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I mean? This is real shit. This is where the paranormal should be going. Like, I think we can fine tune it to where, like, we can have a controlled experiment where I don't know what the fuck you're doing in your house, but I could travel there during this experiment and tell you exactly what you're fucking doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think if everybody was to do it, all this just bullshit's going on in society, this racist shit, all this fucking money issues, the stress and everything, you know, politics, all goes out the fucking window because none of it matters.
So do you understand the science behind the experiment? I mean, I
do. I can't speak on it because it's like we don't want anybody to fucking steal it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is a bitch because we're like at a meeting with the guys from Skinwalker Ranch. And so I got to pitch it to them, but I'm trying to word it to where they can't do it themselves without us. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because we're wanting to go around to spots where just like high strangeness occurs. You know, this energy in the land, and that I think was the biggest thing, because once you enter the absolute, you're no longer protected in I guess our realm. I hate using that fucking word, but our plane of existence.
Yep.
Like once your consciousness leaves your body, you're now fucking available to everything else that's there, and it can latch onto you, because like half my trip was great until I seen this little kid, right? And I seen this little kid, and I don't know who this kid was. Never seen this kid before in my life, but I loved the kid. Like the feeling of love, it was like euphoric almost. And this kid turns around and like grins at me. First it's smiling, but then it does this fucking weird grin, and this like thing just grows on the side of her neck. And this fucking, her hair like turned into dreadlocks, and then it kind of faded into this gold tablet, and then that tablet faded out to this fucking woman that had these like dreadlocks. And then the rest of my trip was fucking, like I said, I went to hell. And I think that was the woman we all heard screaming. All this shit's on camera.
Yeah.
Like when people see this film, I was talking with Survivor Man last night about how to edit the motherfucker. Because you want to come across serious, but the problem with all these shows is they're all fucking fake. It's easy to fake shit, but it's like, this really happened, and we want to present it in a serious manner, but I'm a fuck off, and so are my friends.
Yeah.
You know, we're the last people you're going to take seriously. So it's like how do you fucking portray that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, I hope to, in the next 5 years, have that experiment perfected to where there can be a shop open in every city.
Yeah.
And people can come in and experience that shit, because I'm telling you, it will change your fucking life, bro. Like all your worries will go out the fucking window, because it doesn't matter. Like, you know, my biggest thing is, are we actually going to get to see our loved ones after we die? You know, like memories came into my head during this experiment that I forgot I had. Right. But then when I'm seeing the shit just like flash, I'm taking it all in. It's so much fucking information. But it's like, yeah, I remember that now. I remember that now. I remember that, you know, but it's shit that you just forgot. You know, so sorry to ramble.
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah.
I got two things. One, I'm in, and two, what do you want? Cash, check?
No,
what do you
like
need?
seriously.
Card?
We are going to do some experiments here in Tallahassee. We got to get the fucking funding because we spent like $5,000 on this experiment so far, and it's just like fucking rigged shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like jerry rigged fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, and it could be made a lot nicer if we had the funding. We'll get the funding, you know, through our films. That's what we're doing with our money. Put it back into the shit.
Right.
So we can have a better experience. Because, like, that's the thing about TV. Like, I'm really against doing TV at this point, because they want you to be like, okay, let's say an elk runs by, and you know it's a fucking elk, but they want you to be like, all right, turn real quick. What was that? I know what the fuck that was. You know what I mean? I don't want you to think I'm a liar. Right? That's a very, like, I'm a lot of fucking things, but a liar ain't one of them. Right. And I take pride in that, but it's also hard to, I think, and maybe it's not, but to a doofus or when you see a doofus, it's hard to take them seriously, because I like to have fucking fun. You know, we're like Jackass of the paranormal world.
Right.
One of my favorite shows was a show called Diggers, where they would go around with the fucking metal detectors and finding shit. And I found out that, yeah, they did find a lot of the shit that they found, but what they would do is, after they found it, because they're not going to record fucking everything that they do, so they would find something, cover it up, and then go back, oh, hey, look at what I found. It completely
TV,
takes the shock and awe out of it.
And you're seeing these guys who are not actors try to act.
Yeah.
And then it comes off as fucking hokey, like
yes,
the Skinwalker
really
Ranch. The Skinwalker Ranch show. I want to believe the shit that's happening is real, but they're such bad fucking actors that I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I can't fucking deal with it, because I think it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? And so, yeah, that's the short and long about it. Yeah, so that's just something we're trying to get out. We're also going to do another thing called the Philip experiment. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but in the 70s, there was these PhDs and shit, and they So, okay, just like the fucking clear the table. These things I'm talking about now, science is working on. They don't call them spirits. They call them consciousness. It's the same fucking thing.
Absolutely.
Like, they absolutely, if you look up Dr. William Tiller, okay, this motherfucker's got like PhDs from everywhere, right? Very decorated guy. He's passed away now. His whole body of work there was about energy and consciousness and how it can leave the body and shit. And he peer-reviewed papers. People are doing his shit, and it's true, but you never hear about it. You know what I mean? The amateurs, the group I'm in, the hobbyists, enthusiasts, our terminology is fucked. Ghosts, demons, and all this shit. You set yourself up for this unbelievability, and it ruins your credibility at the same time. So the shit that science is fucking with is far more unbelievable and far more I guess, out there than anything anybody in the paranormal world's fucking with. Because the paranormal world's just running around chasing their tail.
Right.
You know, oh, I heard disembodied circumcision over there, you know, and it's like, what the fuck do you do with that? You know what I mean? It's like you gotta document it. But anyways, back to the Philip experiment. I rant. These PhDs, these guys, they got around and they're like, okay, hey, we're gonna manifest a thing. They came up with a guy named Philip. A spirit named Philip. They all did, like, you picked what he did for a living. You picked his love life. You know what I mean? I picked turmoil or whatever. And they all talked about this guy. And then they would meet same time every week over like 6 months. And they would summon this guy, try to talk to him, try to bring him into existence. And they fucking did. Like, tables are tipping and shit like that. So I want to redo that. You know what I mean? But in a controlled environment where there's not necessarily ghosts. You know what I mean? So like just somebody's fucking house or a warehouse or something like that. And just have people that are there and we do the same exact thing and see if we can manifest. Because that was another thing Dr. Tiller talked about is the ability to actually manifest and change your fucking route just by thinking, you know, and just by... you know, like your thought process and just like, I want this, I want it. You've heard that, speak it into existence. Don't say that it's going to come true because it fucking will. You know, I mean, they got PhDs talking about it, you know, and they've been working on this shit for years, but it was like when the government admitted that they had vehicles that are not made of this world. Nobody batted an eye. That's a fucking admission to alien life.
Yeah.
Nobody batted an eye. It's like, what the fuck's on TikTok? Look at this guy's butthole. You know what I mean? And it just the fucking the truth and our existence. It's all here. The documents are here. You just have to fucking sift through them and look it up and pull yourself out of that screen. Pull yourself out of this fucking rat race that the government's put us in. And that's more or less my life. You know, I'm like a fucking dog chasing a tire. I don't know what I'll do when I get it, but I'm fucking going for it.
Bro, you talked about speaking things into existence. Now, keep in mind, I'm a non-believer, but man, there have been times where I've said some shit and it fucking happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, I shouldn't have said that.
You ever thought about somebody and the motherfucker calls you? You know what I mean? It's like, I was just thinking about you. That's weird.
Yep.
Man, you know why that is? It's quantum entanglement. Like, look that shit up. Read about quantum entanglement. I'm the stupidest guy in the world to be telling you this information, but like, it's if I can find it, everybody can find it. You just have to fucking
quantum entanglement. That sounds a lot like what they touched on at the end of Interstellar.
Right. That's exactly what it is. Right. So
they called it the Tesseract, but it was basically everything, literally everything happening at the same time.
Einstein said it. The past, the present, the future.
Yes.
Is all happening right now.
All happening at the same time.
We're all stacked up on top of each other.
That was exactly the ending of Interstellar.
And so you hear people talk about, you have to thin the veil. Like I said again, once again, our terminology is fucked in the paranormal world. It's the stupidest shit you could ever think of. But if you listen to the science when they talk about, you know, because now dimensions are a different thing. And what if that's what it all is, because there's every option of you is in existence somewhere in space and time. You know what I mean? You're fucking King George.
Right.
You're a crackhead down the street.
Well, my middle name is George.
Oh, okay. Well, see, there
Boom.
you go.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at that.
Boom, nailed it.
It truthfully is.
So,
Off the record podcast.
but everything you can think of for yourself, every single scenario, it's already played out. It's going on somewhere. We just happen to be here. You know what I mean? And there's moments where we can go there. Like, so with the Mandela effect, you have a shit ton of people remembering one thing.
I recently learned about that shit.
Just recently?
The fucking Mandela effect. Yes.
Bro, that fucks you up.
Yes.
So, like, Berenstain Bears. Do you remember the book series?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know how to spell it? It was Steen, right? Stein?
Couldn't tell you.
How about you?
Yeah, it sounds right.
Okay, well, no. My sister had the fucking books, and I used to fuck with her about it. Said a certain racist joke about Steen.
Let's not.
Yeah,
let's
we won't
not-
go there, but I just, it wasn't,
let's
whatever.
not-
Please,
please,
That's off the record.
Yeah.
No, but I would make this joke, and then come to find out it's Berenstain. Berenstain Bears. I'm like,
No.
fuck off. It's not Berenstain Bears. Can't find our books. It's Berenstain. Yeah, and did you know the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz carried a fucking pistol? Or
Really?
it's Tin Man. Tin Man.
Motherfucker.
How many times have you seen The Wizard of Oz as a child? Probably a lot. I know I fucking watched it a shit ton. But I never seen him pull a revolver out when he got scared. Never.
Did he?
Fuck yeah, he does now. Yeah, dude, there's so many things in this Mandela effect where just millions of people remember it one way.
And then you see it again.
But it's
after the
that's not the
information has
way.
changed.
Because
So-
you have a million people over here remembering it the other way. It's
For-
fucked.
For the record, on the Off the Record podcast, it is the Berenstain.
Berenstain.
Baron.
That's bullshit. I'll fight somebody over that.
I know. It's like, oh shit,
Berenstain,
oh, fucking hell, man.
It's fucking Berenstain.
So again, I recently learned about the Mandela effect. I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head. I can see his fucking face, but you probably know what I'm talking about. The guy with the publishers sweeps.
Publisher Clearinghouse.
Yes.
Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon.
Nope.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yep. No, I'm not kidding you.
That's
I
a new one.
heard a little bit of something about it, but
So again, the Mandela effect. Fucking everybody thought that Ed McMahon was a part of the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. No, he was not. Granted, he did have a like that. It was not the Publisher House sweepstakes or whatever the fuck it's
Right.
called. No, Ed McMahon was not a part of that.
That's a new one to me.
And so that's the Mandela effect.
But yeah, so I was listening to the smartest kid in the world. At the time, kid was like 11. Fucking understands physics and shit like that. So like, it literally got the nickname of smartest kid in the world. So Stephen Hawking said that when we fired up CERN, the particle collider, that it would rip a hole in space and time. And so the kid believes that that's what happened. And so our timeline got fucking blown to shit, and all of our consciousness got pushed into other timelines. And so therefore now we have the Mandela effect, because it doesn't really happen before. There's no real reports
Damn.
of it much before that, to my knowledge.
okay.
Anyways, this is a fucking rabbit hole. and-
That's something to keep in mind, though.
yeah, it is.
We have some
Fucking
comments
love it.
that we really have to get
Yeah.
to. We've been ignoring the fuck out of these comments.
all right. So since we were on topic, Joseph says, "Yep,
Participant 111.
that's right," and he also said, "Kesha."
Kesha, that's it.
We have to go.
What did I say?
You mentioned go up to Buck.
Oh, we will. We will. I was
You're
just.
gonna
I was
come
just.
back? Okay.
Yeah, I was just getting to that because we
Yeah.
just recently touched this. Yeah, Joseph saw himself in the womb. Weirdest thing I've ever done, dude. I'm in.
If I could swear, bro, like
Fucking in, dog.
don't
yeah.
you don't have to believe me. Just give me 2 hours of your time.
Nope.
You know what I'm
Trust
saying?
me. Trust me. I already. I've dabbled a bit, not to that extent, but. It's
We'll
some
fucking
crazy
smoke
shit.
DMT, bro. We'll go on a spirit quest, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, so get back to these. All right, so Melissa's feeling better. Yes, good. All righty.
Did a female just tell us her real age? Give her a clap for that.
She definitely don't look 45. Do you feel some people draw energy from other spaces in time and existence?
Absolutely.
Like as you move through one plane, you're actually moving through all of them?
Right. So the Indians, the natives, indigenous, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what PC word for it is anymore.
Native Americans.
Fuck it. I just whatever, dude. Say, if it hurts your feelings, fuck off. Yeah, exactly.
They'll kill you.
I mean, we don't call them savages anymore. So, like, is it really that bad?
Yeah, that's a step up.
But they believe you could walk through worlds.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And these are people that were very in tune with the earth. You know what I'm saying? They know nature like we'll never perceive it. You know? So
the original Wiccans.
right. These and when you get back to your ancient cultures and shit like Sumerians and all that shit, you have a lot of magic, a lot of hallucinogenics, a lot of drugs, and they were traveling to these different planes of existence. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but ever since electricity happened, like the whole world, you got to figure, when was electricity invented? Fucking 1800s, late 1800s?
Yep.
Okay, so before then, all of before then, magic was a thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You went and talked to the healer, or you fucking did spells and shit like that.
Or
there
the
were
shaman.
wizards and witches and all this shit. And something happened, and now it's all became taboo, right? Yet and still, we've made these strides, like in evolution, I guess. I mean, we haven't changed, but like the way we live has, And that's the weirdest thing. It's almost like there was this cabal that decided to say, okay, we've got to keep the fucking people out of that. Our pituitary gland is a lot of the reason that you don't lucid dream.
I'm listening.
Okay, so there's fluoride in the water, which prohibits your pituitary gland from emitting DMT like on a natural level. Like you should get so much of it. Because when you get it, and when you die, you can get a fucking dump of it as long as your brain's intact. So try to die with your brain intact so you can experience it.
So I
Working on
drink a fuck ton of water. I drink about 80 ounces, legit,
Right.
80 ounces of water every day.
I don't know how you do it. I can fucking barely stand the 3 bottles I drink.
A lot of trips to the bathroom.
Like I drink sweet tea, and there's water in that, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
you know what I mean. I drink a gallon a day.
It's leaf flavored water.
That's right. I was going to pick you up a gallon of sweet tea. God damn it. I totally spaced it.
We're all good. We're all good. But yeah, so it's like they know. And I'm gonna go conspiracy because they do fucking know. Fuck these bastards. They know these things and they don't want us to experience what life is. Because like I said with the experiment, the World Gate, once you find these things out, none of them matter anymore. Joe Biden don't make a fuck. Donald Trump don't make a fuck. Fuck these people. You know what I mean? They're not doing nothing good to us. It's like, okay, so what do you have in the WWE? You have all these different wrestlers playing all these different roles. It's the same fucking thing with politicians. We play the role of the fans. You loved Chris Jericho. I hate the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we cuss on this podcast?
Oh,
Yes. Fuck yes.
A little late for that,
I've been
right?
for an hour now.
So,
Close your ears, kids.
Bro, we've been wiping asses for the last hour.
but once you experience this shit, none of that matters. Like, none of it. And that's what they don't want you to know, because then you rise up. And you're like, hey, fuck you. You're not doing that to me. You're not telling me what you could do because you ain't the boss of a fucking thing, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't the boss of your damn self. You know? So,
I do agree with you that there are parties, I'm going to say, that try to
Bohemian Grove.
try to
Same.
prevent that type of stuff. I'm not actually going to say this on camera, but I think it's that.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly part of it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But so then that was created after the fact of a great man,
Absolutely.
right? So you'll actually have my mind blown because somebody believed that I know closely. They believe it never existed. It fucking boggled my mind. Like, how the fuck can you say that didn't happen? You know, and there's perversions of things when you get power. When you get to control the fucking ant colony, you're going to say some shit. There's things left out of the Bible that King James come along and he just made it what the fuck he wanted to make it.
Yep.
We don't know what was really in the shit because it's all spread out over the world. It's been held back. It's been burned. They've gotten rid of the knowledge. And we're doing exactly what the fuck they want us to do. You know what I mean? We're just churning forward. We never get ahead. Y'all feel it? It ain't just me. It's the same shit. Everybody listening to this goes through the same shit. Never seem to get ahead. We're just in this fucking rat race. I got to get up and go to work for somebody that don't give a fuck about me.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm giving them hours of my life so I can have basic necessities.
Basic.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's not fair. It's not fucking right. It's not right. And so that's like before the invention of electricity. That's how the world fucking lived. And it's almost been, I mean, there was still a power struggle. But it's just like they've made things in our water. They've made things in our food to stop our bodies from being what they can. Maybe the natives only lived to 40 years, but I bet you in those 40 fucking years they lived more than we did.
Oh yeah, by far.
You know, I would take the fucking life of 20 years as long as it was slapped full of cool ass shit. You know, as doing this goddamn monotonous shit that we do every day.
Right.
So, yeah,
Kurt Cobain went out on top.
Fuck Courtney Love. I'll tell you about the story one day of how I turned her down.
I got to hear not right now, but I do have to hear that.
Fuck yes, that'd be a good
So
one.
by the way, it is pouring fucking rain.
See, I told you.
Yeah. Well,
Told you.
so the weatherman though.
Bigfoot Stacy shows up, it just starts to fucking rain.
Yeah.
Hasn't rained here in what, 6 months?
Bro, it's been a
Feels like
minute.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it. All right, where were we? Tammy says she believes. That's right. Hell yeah. Samantha says, tell us about the longest or most conversation you've had with an entity. That spirit box, dude, I'm totally fascinated by that thing. I saw that on the, what episode was that? It was sitting on a bed, and you had a couple other pieces of equipment that was sitting over on a shelf, and you moved them over to the bed, and the spirit box was saying
Oh, right, yeah.
random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what
We were
episode that
down
was.
in the Crowley or the Tatum House down at
Tatum House.
Crowley
Yep.
Crowley Museum in Sarasota. So I would say I don't know. Sometimes you get into conversations with some things, but it's cooler to do like an Estes method where you're asking the person or you're asking the questions. So like, let's say we got the spirit box right here. It's running. He's got headphones on and a blindfold, and you're asking questions, and he can't hear you. He's saying every word that he hears through the radio.
Whoa.
He starts answering your questions. The cool fucking thing is to set two people up in different rooms, and you're in a third room,
In different rooms.
and then you're asking questions. They're fucking saying the words they hear, talking to you, and then they start conversating with each other.
No fucking way.
So I got some shit that's gonna blow your fucking mind, bro. I got some shit to blow
Dude,
your
I'm
mind,
telling
dude.
you got to check out his
You-
fucking YouTube channel.
You just got to, like, if you think it's cool, if you don't
Awesome
believe
shit.
it, that's fine. But fuck, don't take a strong stance if you haven't worn the shoes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if
Absolutely.
it's something that you think you could dig, you get out there and you try it. You go with somebody who's, beyond the toys, because it's like the problem with the paranormal field, the Bigfoot field. There's a lot of motherfuckers running around playing pretend.
Yeah.
Oh, we heard this in the woods, and we've
Yeah.
been talking to them, blah, blah. No, fuck that. I'm bringing in occultists. I'm bringing in the fucking shit. They're doing everything. We've done blood ceremonies, where you cut yourself and shit like that, to try to have an experience. If it can happen, I want to fucking see it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so that's what OutKast Paranormal is. It's a group of a bunch of fucking people that, like
But
Joey.
bro, I don't want to fucking take anything home, though.
Well, why not? Like, I got shit that follows me.
No, cause
You can befriend it.
no,
You can befriend that shit and get
Man,
it to do
you're
things for you,
creeping me
bro.
out
Unless
just
it turns
saying
into
that
a
shit.
woman that screams all the time, that would get on my fucking nerves.
Yeah,
Right.
I've yet to run across a succubus.
I don't know. I may have had one.
But my buddies, they get these incubus. They get fucked,
Oops.
literally. Ghost fuck.
Oh, shit.
So it's pretty interesting. The last cat we had on here, man, I did all this fucking research on. It was a country artist,
Yep.
and man, I mean, I did my fucking homework before we had this guy on. So Jeremy is telling me about you, and I was like, not my thing.
Yeah, he asked me last night. He's like, "Is it cool if I play the skeptic?" I'm like, "If you're the skeptic, then play the skeptic."
Fucking be yourself,
Yeah.
man.
And so I guess now I see that I was incredibly mistaken. I thought you were just gonna be some fucking random guy, that
Right.
goes out and does a couple things. You're a fucking professional, bro.
Try to be. That's
you-
weird to throw
you-
that label on me, but
no,
Just a
no,
dude,
you're a
man.
pro, man, for real.
well, we're just like, seriously. All this started when my dad passed away. It affects me every day.
Yeah,
It's because we were tight, man.
yeah. No,
Right, and when-
I'm talking with my dad. Yeah, no,
When you
that would
lose
fuck me up.
somebody that passed or that dies that you're really close to, it's almost like a punishment.
Yeah,
I don't get to see him, I'll talk to him, and but that's where it all started, because I need the assurance that I will see him again.
right.
Not to get sappy,
Yeah.
but that's really what got it into me.
That's kind of cool, actually. I mean,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pretty
I-
good
I mean,
reason
I
to do
yeah,
what you do.
I
Because
hate-
before I was just
hate
a
it for
Bigfoot
ya.
dude, right? I was just fucking Bigfoot dude.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and I have to find proof of the afterlife, whether I can prove it to anybody, but through this WorldGate experiment, I think I can prove it. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain it to people, but it's a fucking breakthrough, and like I think the government does this shit on a regular. I think they know all this shit, and they just keep the shit to themselves because they want atheism to rise. So you don't matter. You're just a cog in the fucking machine. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
you do matter. You do matter to this fucking universe, because this universe is actually yours.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's
I know I matter to my family, my friends and family, and that's good enough for me.
right. And on a fucking universal scale, though, every one of us matters to everything. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
all a fucking organism, just all beating together. You need the heart just like you need the liver, and we all play a part, but it's more than this. It's more than this fucking shit that we're in now, because like had I had a chance not to come back, I wouldn't have came back.
Yeah.
I checked out. I'm done here, bro. Did my part. Going
Yeah.
to do that shit, because that shit was amazing. Like, it was absolute love. It was absolute euphoria. It was absolute terror.
Damn.
It was fucking everything. The absolute.
Yeah.
It was fucking everything. And that's why I know I keep bringing it up, but fuck, dude, that shit blew my mind.
I'm in. I am fucking in. Should we see what Buck had to say?
Let's see what Buck had to say. I got to answer a question for Buck Lemons.
Have you had any experiences that would be the opposite of demon in your head telling you to kill yourself? Possibly some situation helping you recognize beauty or goodness, or is it all fucked up stuff?
Oh, well,
Like, where's the good guys?
yeah. The good experiences, like I said with that WorldGate, that would probably be the one good experience. The Conjuring House, WorldGate aside, it's a weird place, and there's some places I've been to that are like this, where it's like the house gets you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you don't want to leave. You feel sad about leaving. You shouldn't fucking feel sad. That's not. It's like giving you a really good feeling. There's no terrible things there, but then you leave, and it's like, fuck, I want to go back. I feel drawn back to it, So you get a really good feeling about the thing. I mean, I seen an apparition at the Lizzie Borden house. Didn't even know that's what I was seeing. Like I told you, we were doing that live stream, and It was the last night of the live stream. We had this Rise Up Paranormal came in. The night before, we had a mock trial of Lizzie Borden. So they had people in the period clothing dressed up. Somebody was dressed up as Lizzie. Someone dressed up the neighbors, the shit like that. The judge was there. Had to mic all them people up. Well, that night, it was a Catholic priest and Rise Up Paranormal. There's like 3 of them. They were over there talking with Bill. And there was this lady standing behind him just watching, saying shit. I don't think nothing of it. She looks like I'm looking at you. You know what I mean? Don't look all fucking see-through or no shit. I go back to set my rig up because like I've got a fucking heavy-ass vest with all the shit that I'm having to run off of my vest. Like it was probably fucking give me radiation poison or something. But I turn around, she's gone. All right, so no big deal. But then they're going upstairs to get ready. We're like 10 minutes out. I'm like, hey, where's that actress, bro? I got to mic her up. What are y'all doing with her, by the way? He's like, who the fuck you talking about? I was like, lady, just standing right there by you. He's like, ain't nobody in this fucking house. I mean, and he's like, bro, the house is locked. I still expect them one day to call me and tell me they were fucking with me.
Yeah.
I seen, and then like it just felt like all the blood drained out of me. I was like, oh my god! And then so I get sick, I get nauseous. I go out in the parking lot, I'm start puking, and then I hear Susan Slaughter coming up. Okay, so one of our cameramen just blah blah. I'm like, y'all are putting this fucking on camera? Like, bro, just let me throw up. I'll be right back inside. I just gotta catch my fucking breath for a moment, man. But that was wild. I guess the other thing, I don't know if it was good, but after my dad died, I ordered a spirit box. I hacked it. This was within a week or so after him passing away. I do the spirit box, and I'm asking questions. And I said, I get hello. I said, what's your name? And it said your name, which my dad's name was my name. Okay, ask a few more questions. And it's like giving me answers that it's not going to be random. And then it says coma. I'm coma. I'm like, oh my God. So it was good for a second, but then I'm like, my dad died in his sleep. Maybe he thinks he's in a fucking coma.
Damn.
Right. And so like I fucking broke down and had to turn shit off and be like, nope, I can't fucking deal with this. You know, so it was a bittersweet thing. You know, it wasn't evil in any shape or form, but it was very hurtful. You know what I mean? To think that fuck, if you died in your sleep, would you still continue to think you're dreaming?
Right. Still continue to think you're sleeping.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you
like
don't fucking know.
You just never wake
You know
up.
what I mean? You just fucking roll about your business. You know?
We have a friend, Jade. A mutual friend of ours died in his sleep, and I wish she was here to tell a story. It's not really mine to tell, but she had a dream where she saw Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Jason in her dream, and in the dream, the dude told her that he knew that he was dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like dreams after that. Okay. So I've lost my best friend twice. Right. So like I had, my dad was almost my best friend, but then I had a best friend who was not my family, and he died when I was 27. So like it's every time I'm going to do some cool shit. The night before, I walk into this bar, same bar, never been to it. I can fucking draw it for you though, right? And there's Anthony sitting at the bar.
Damn.
So I walk up. Anthony tells me how proud, you know. He like, I guess he just lets me. He's happy, right? That shit's real. It's at least real to me.
Yep.
No,
That's
You know
all that
what I
matters.
mean? And it fucks you up.
Yeah.
Because I choke up talking about it, you know. But like, me and Anthony both grew up loving Tom Green.
Nah.
Right?
Yeah.
I get in the fucking
Tom Green
movie.
show.
I get in the movie and I'm co-starring with Tom Green.
No.
I'm playing his villain. Anthony visits me. It's in that bar, you know. He's talking about the to me and shit, and I don't know what to take about it. I had dreams about my dad telling me he was okay. You know, all these things, playing with the kids. You know, and like I'll catch myself in the dreams. I'm like, dude, you're dead. He's like, I'm fine. I've never been better.
Damn.
You know? And that shit hurts.
Yeah.
To wake up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like my girlfriend, I'm the person who wakes up mad as fuck every single morning.
Damn.
Every morning I'm mad.
Yeah.
So I gotta do this again.
Gang banging over bacon.
It's like, fuck, man, just let me sleep. Like, because sometimes I'm in one of these dreams where I'm visited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm up. So like, I try not to talk to anybody for like 3 hours.
I know, right?
Because like, if I fucking get a text and I read it when I wake up, the response is probably not gonna be good.
Right.
Like, I'll fucking cut you for a dog.
Yeah.
I don't mean to.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it hurts to wake up.
Yep.
At this point in my life, because like I've started trying to astral travel, and you can leave this shithole that we exist in, but to come back to it fucking sucks, man.
Yep.
It sucks, and maybe I'm not actually doing these things.
Yeah.
I fucking believe I am.
Yeah. You know, that kind of reminds me of the movie Avatar.
Right.
I can't think of the guy's name. Anyway, that's not important. How he's linked up with this avatar,
Mm-hmm.
and then he has to come back to fucking reality, and he's a fucking cripple and
Right.
and all that shit. And he's
it sucks, man. And I wonder about that for handicapped people. Like, can you walk in your dreams?
right.
You know what I mean? Because it would fucking suck to have to come back to that.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe you're a happy person.
Yeah.
You know, and I try to stay happy because there's a lot of beautiful things in this existence. A lot of things that I really enjoy. A lot of people I love. You know, but it takes me an hour or two. So I'm that grumpy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking leave me alone. My kids know it. My girlfriend knows it. Just leave me the fuck alone.
You know, on this subject, I very, very recently had a very pleasant dream, which doesn't happen very often.
Right.
By the way, I don't have pleasant dreams very often. And I was dreaming me and my brothers, we were fucking kids again. We were playing in the and having a good time. We were at my grandma's house, and we were having a good fucking time, man. And then I woke up, and it's like I said, man, that shit fucking hurt.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
yeah,
man, we were kids again. We were,
right.
I was a teenager. My brothers were, little small fucking kids. We were playing in the mud and shit. And
All right.
yeah, man, I hear you.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I wish I'd have paid attention to school because I probably would have studied the brain.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
The things that we can do that we're told we can't, obviously, that shit's not true. But you need a PhD to run some of these experiments without going to jail. You know what I'm saying? And so it would have been very helpful to have that. I don't know if people could imagine me as a fucking like a brain dude, but I should have been maybe in another life. You know?
Right.
Yeah, maybe you are on another plane.
Maybe. And I'm probably like David Carradine in another one. I'm
See,
like
I've
hanging myself and wagging off.
I've always ran the theory that. Hold on. We got one dog.
Got a dog. Let me in from this fucking weather.
I've always ran the theory that so when you see a spirit or energy, entity, consciousness, whatever it is, that is just the veil getting thin between two of those existences.
Right.
Like maybe they see you walking down the hallway and freak the fuck out.
Right. So those are the ghost reports that freak me out when the ghost is just as scared as you are.
Yeah.
Right. And they happen.
Like that whole ET thing when she screams, ET screams, or she screams louder,
Right.
ET screams louder,
Right.
type of thing.
Well, so there's I'm going to butcher. So I'm not even going to say the name, but there was a place. There's a place, and this kid. This happened in like 2008. The kid's like, "Oh shit! I just seen this ghost up on the stairs." Never had. He was just visiting the home, right? The lady's like, "Can you describe what he looked like?" It was her fucking granddaddy. She goes and gets a journal. Granddaddy got a journal entry about seeing some weird fucker at the bottom of the stairs dressed in weird clothing.
Oh,
It's like a time
shit.
slip, right? And so I'm wondering if these apparitions, these ghosts people are seeing,
Man.
it's not.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Maybe a thinning of the veil, maybe a merger of the timelines.
Yep.
Right? Because if time is all stacked up on top of each other, what's
It's
to say
gonna-
we can't poke a fucking hole through it and go
It's
to
gonna
the
slip.
top?
It's gonna slip from time to time.
Right.
You're gonna cross some shit.
And
Man, that shit gave me goosebumps, man.
you know, and
God
that's
damn.
like
Look at them motherfuckers. I don't know if you can say it.
okay, it doesn't make sense to me that there would be, oh, you can show up at 3 p.m. and there's a fucking ghost going to walk down the hallway and go into that room. So he's stuck on a loop. Like you got to spend the rest of eternity on a fucking loop. Makes no sense.
Yeah,
But
no.
the ghost seeing you and being equally as scared as you are of it, that's the real shit. That's the shit I'm trying to get into. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I want to. That's where all this is. That's where the truth of this shit lies. It's in quantum physics. You know what I
Right.
mean? I think in 100 years, this paranormal is just more of pre-normal. Right? We don't understand it yet. But give it 50 years. We may fucking very well, because we only perceive 3% of our reality.
Yeah.
It means there's 97% of cool shit out here that we can't fucking,
we
take
don't
part
get
in.
it. Yeah.
But there could be several different things existing on the same plane. You know what I'm saying? So maybe in 100 years, though, because hell, fuck, if you'd have pulled this out 100 years ago, we'd have been burned at the stake.
No, fuck
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Couldn't talk
Oh,
about
fucking
this.
warlock! Ah! You know, but I think, and we won't live to see it unless we get fucking brain chips from Elon. But I think one day, once we figure out, once the science is there and shit, that people will, this won't be bullshit no more. This won't be. You won't have your skeptics, and then people are like, that's how that is. You know what I mean? We're our energy. We're just in a fucking meat suit. So,
Yep.
yeah, man. I think that's where
And
it's
the
at.
light at the end of the tunnel is an opening to another vagina.
That's probably it. Like I was talking to somebody the other day. It's like just probably recycling you.
Yeah.
Right? We're coming back.
Yeah, energy
back.
cannot be
So, like,
created nor destroyed.
Stay
It
the
just changes
fuck
form.
out of the light. Don't go to the light. It's an escalator leading right back to here. Just stay the fuck out. You know what I mean?
So I've really had to temper myself. That series, that book series I was telling you about, the book that I'm finishing up right now, a lot of what we're talking about was in that fucking book that I'm finishing up right now. I'm actually rereading it. But it's really interesting that we're having these conversations, and a lot of what we're talking about.
Truth is often hidden in fiction.
Man,
They put everything out there, bro. It's like pre-programming. You know what I mean?
That way, if you talk about it, you sound like you're nuts.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh.
yeah, shit, I saw that movie. You're fucking just nuts. It's like, no, dog, look.
They were telling us
Yeah.
fucking 30 years
They're telling
ago
us
in
now.
1987 when Terminator come out. They told us how it's going to fucking end for us. So what did we do? We went and made robots that are going to fucking kill all of us. It's like, hey, y'all not seen Terminator before? That's how this shit
You
goes.
got that
And
goddamn robot dogs.
AI.
it's like fucking pre-programming, man. So,
I was telling my dad about the Mandela effect.
yeah.
Not too long ago. I can't wait to tell him about the bear stain bears. I can't.
The beer stain bear.
Yeah,
It's a
the
big-
spelling of Fruit Loops, Shazam, the movie where Shaq or with Sinbad was the genie.
Right.
Remember
Okay.
that one? Yeah, that never existed.
Never saw the movie.
Okay, well, that was another thing that
Yeah.
I actually did see the movie. I know it existed.
Yep.
Everybody can fuck off on that one.
I
That's
did
just
not see
strange.
the movie, so I'm going to have to look that motherfucker up.
There's another one Joey's into. I don't subscribe to it, but the whole birds are not real. Birds are drones.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
That's a tough one.
He's also a flat earther. So-
Is he really?
No, I'm
No.
just fucking
Oh.
with it. I'm a flat earther, so we'll talk about that another day.
I do got one serious question.
Yeah, man.
Bigfoot,
Mhm.
interdimensional or not?
You don't fucking know. I think they're interdimensional.
That's what I'm thinking,
I think
too.
they
I
are.
think that's how they can just disappear and be like, poof, gone.
Like,
Here-
you have to
here a
figure.
second, I saw one,
All right.
gone.
All right. So here's where the skeptic has to open his mouth right now.
Yep.
All right.
Let me get camera on Rob. Here we go.
If I'm not mistaken, the guy that first photographed Bigfoot admitted that it was a hoax.
Not true.
No?
Nope. You're talking about Roger Patterson?
Perhaps.
Yeah, the famous Patty footage. Just
Yeah, that
walking-
guy.
Yeah, not true.
He didn't,
However, I believe that film is fake. He never admitted that.
he didn't say
Mandela
No,
effect,
no, he
bro.
never said they went to his
Okay.
deathbed claiming it was real. One of the last things he said was, "I'm gonna get better, and we're gonna go out there and get him."
that. Right.
And then he passed away.
Huh.
So, but with Roger Patterson, I believe the film is 100% fake.
Okay.
That's just me knowing what Bigfoots do. They don't walk out in the fucking open, right?
Yeah.
But another thing, he drew Patty 2 years before he filmed Patty. He wrote a bad check for the camera. He sold 50% of that film to 10 people. I don't know if you're good at math, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, he lost all these battles. He was a con man. You know what I mean? He knew he was dying of cancer, and he wanted to
No
leave something to
shit.
his family. And so every time you see the Patterson film on TV, it's
Yeah.
$15,000.
Have you covered that? Because you have a series about Bigfoot video breakdowns. I can't
Yeah,
remember
I
what
haven't got into that because I'm going to make it into a film. And, like, with the Bigfoot world, they're a bunch of fucking dicks. So, like, you can't talk bad about it. So
Right.
I'm saving it for recreating it. Right? Like, I've been to the spot, but I've got a guy that believes he can build the costume. I've actually, through Joey, got a contact of the guy who says he owns the costume. It's a fucking lawyer in Tampa.
Fucking that's
Bought
what's
it
up.
at a estate
Hell yeah.
sale or something. So, anyways, I'm gonna do this whole dive on it. About why people believe it's real, why I believe it's not, and then I'm gonna take the same exact camera, build a suit, have a costume maker build a suit with the technology from the time, and see if we can recreate it. If we cannot recreate it, I'll admit, you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
like I said before, I'm that guy that has to see it.
Yeah.
So nothing against Roger Patterson. I've hung out with Bob Gimlin, the other guy that was there, one of the nicest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. But I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Nothing against him.
Is it at all possible that Bigfoot is a cousin of the human race?
So I went with that for a long time. So when I first got into Bigfoot, I thought it was just an ape. And I believe that we evolved down from them. So even Darwin talked about we had to have the missing link. Bigfoot is that.
Huh.
Okay, so Bigfoot is the ultimate apex predator, the fastest animal in the forest. By what I saw, well, the one I saw run in California, I've never seen a faster animal
Forest specifically.
anywhere in the world.
Faster
about that?
than jaguars?
Yeah,
No.
bro. I ain't fucking
2
with
feet?
you. Huh?
On 2 feet?
On 2 feet, this motherfucker run. I couldn't even fathom how much ground he covered, but it still took him about 3 seconds. But it was like, holy shit, how did that thing do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the thought that I had. Like, fuck, that's the fastest animal on the planet.
Yeah.
I know. I've tested myself on a treadmill, and I can run 12 miles an hour at 5'7". So if I was 9 foot tall, I don't even know where to do the math on that, but I would fucking clip.
Right.
I would move.
Right, and especially if you're like lean
Okay.
and fucking in shape because you do it all the time.
I'm biting a little bit.
Well, so I believed because they're in the forest, they're the strongest. All that they got all the attributes you would need, and then I believed that our brains are bigger, we're
Yeah.
smarter, so we evolved. Evolutionary, we're above them, but in size and all that shit, we kind of evolved down into things we actually.
I'm picking up
need,
what you're putting
You
down.
know what I mean?
Yep.
But I no longer believe that.
Okay.
I believe Bigfoot's something that once again we'll understand in time, but it's not nothing we're gonna figure out. I'm a pretty good hunter.
Yeah.
If you tell me there's something on your property, hog, buck,
Yeah.
turkey, whatever,
Werewolf.
I'll go kill the motherfucker. I ain't got no problem with it.
And
Right?
see,
I can go and track it and kill it, but these things you can't.
Again, I have spent so much time in the woods.
Right.
I'm from Bloodstown.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Tatel, the Apalachicola National Forest. I've spent a lot of time out
Right.
in those woods, man. In all hours of the day, all hours of the night, and man, I ain't seen jack shit.
Okay, so you figure I was actually a professional Bigfooter. I had that fucking research grant from Bigfoot Bounty, so I paid myself to hunt Bigfoot till
Yep.
the money run out. I was in the woods.
You
more
were
than
hunting it.
anybody.
Damn.
Any fucking body. Because when people,
You know what? You probably were. You
And I've had
absolutely
two
was more than
sightings.
me. Yeah.
2 sightings,
Yeah.
right? And you figure hunters say that all the time. Well, I've been in the woods my whole life. Hunting? Because you're not out there hunting the whole year.
Yeah, no,
you know
you're
what
not.
I mean? So you're not really. I get it. I get what you're saying. You're around the woods, but you're inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time because nobody can afford to go out there in the
Yeah.
fucking woods all the time and really study. I could, and I only had one sighting during that whole time, and I had another sighting by accident. And so you figure I've probably spent close to 1,000 nights in the woods just looking for Bigfoot.
I spent that.
That's
much
years, bro.
time. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
365 days in a year. So that's almost 3 years.
Put together, I may have spent a week.
So, like, well, if you be honest with yourself,
if you put it all together, yeah, maybe a week.
it's chance encounters, because that's another thing. I only believe there's 5,000 of them in the country.
Yeah.
If they're a primate, there's probably only 5,000. If these things are interdimensional or something else, fuck, who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the amount of experiences versus the amount of time that I've went, the success rate's got to be like 2 or 3%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of time where you're wondering, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
You
know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
And
am I crazy? Is that guy Rob right?
right.
He's a jackass. Fuck that guy.
But yeah, it's maybe you'll get lucky enough and it affect you in one or two ways. You'll either fucking become a recluse and never talk about it.
Yep.
Or hopefully not, but you'll become obsessed like I was, and it'll cost you everything, because it did. It cost me everything.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, it cost me everything. But made out good on the back end.
Yep.
So, but yeah, man.
This has been cool. This has been really cool.
Yeah, I've had fun rambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I love to
definitely.
talk.
We got a couple more comments. Oh shit, we got Chris Godwin in chat.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking Godwin's here.
Boy. John Nix says, "What up, fellas? What up, John? How you doing, bud?"
John Nix. Hold on. He got a brother named Richie.
That's right.
I believe I used to play. We used to play with their band. They had this like orgy sounding band back in the early 2000s. Brandon maybe was the singer. His brother Brandon, Richie and Brandon. They lived in Killarn. Anyways, I went and like jammed with them a few times back in the day. I don't want to know if these are the same people or not, but maybe. Richie Nix, John Nix.
Yeah,
maybe
Richie
they're
Nix
different.
playing guitar for sure. We got Chris Godwin just said it's radon poisoning. That's all. Click this link, get tickets, go to this event right here.
Yes, people. Hey, we're gonna have. Speaking of the Paracon, we're gonna have people talking about Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, the Bet Sphere. My buddy James Bros is gonna talk about the David Eckhart story. Which, if you haven't looked up David Eckhart, you need to do it. This man's got we left him with a gamma ray detector, and normal gamma rays are like 10 to 20, and like 50 and make you sick. That shit spiked at 2:30 in his bedroom, and it said, "Contact your government."
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, hey, and it
Hell
logged
yeah.
all the fucking data. So, like, this dude's so extreme, he said they'll come through the portal and take him, and he'll fucking tase himself in the neck. He got a taser by his bed. He said it doesn't work no more. They won't come. But the dude's, like, fucking out there. But, yeah, and we're having a VIP ghost hunt at the Warrior, and I'm going to take some people Bigfooting if they want to go. We may just all ghost hunt. And so it's going to be a whole handful of us, and, hope to see y'all out there.
So wish I could be there. I gotta fucking work that day. I'm thinking about quitting my job and just going.
Whatever. We'll
Shazam is
welcome
on
you.
Roku.
It's not Shazam, then. It's the fucking one with Sinbad, not the one with Shaq.
Joseph says interdimensional.
Interdenominational.
Interdenominational. Chris says a film one.
He did. He actually did. Like, he filmed a fucking.
Well, boom.
There was a heat signature. I forgot about that. It was
nailed
a heat signature that just on FLIR. He filmed it. It fucking just went into nothing. I don't know how to fucking explain it. If it was a bird, it's like, where the fuck did whatever it was go? That shit actually happened. I completely forgot about it. I do so much. I can't remember.
On a thermal?
Everything. Yeah, on a thermal, and it only shows heat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, he actually did film something disappear. That was fucking cool because it was in a field. I'm correct. Kiss my ass.
Okay, so Chris put a link of that video in the chat. So go to the chat, click that right after we're done here, because that has to be interesting. Just said the bird charging stations are everywhere. You think those power lines are out there for you? Wake up, people! Wake up!
No, they're not carrying electricity to houses. No.
But Colson saw one too. Jason Cup also saw one.
Jason did.
That's
Jason's
right.
got a cool ass story. Jason from Core.
Yep.
He's got a cool ass
Yeah,
Bigfoot
I was talking
story.
to him last weekend. I went to the Warriors, saw Core
Yeah.
play. Yep, talked to him a little bit. Mike Tyson is actually a CIA tech.
Hmm.
You also got to get up at night, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., not in your tent.
Yeah, Godwin's always trying to get into my tent. Like, go on, dude. I'm naked.
Only 19% of America has been touched by man on foot. John says, yes, we're the same people. I was a singer. I just
Oh,
played
right
guitar.
on. I think
I
I've
did come
seen.
by and jam, brother. John, was that wasn't Ego Suite, was it?
Can't remember what they were called. It was back in the days of. There was Edensville,
Mm-hmm.
and
remember
there
Edensville.
was holy shit. There was this band. There, Razor Mephisto.
Razor Mephistos.
You remember?
Yes!
Oh, yeah, guys.
Fucking Razor Mephisto.
Yeah,
Those
bro.
guys are still together.
Oh, what?
Or at least whenever I looked about a year ago,
Holy
they were
shit.
still together. They are in Orlando now, I believe.
Still the Razor Mephistos?
Still the Razor Mephistos.
They were so nice.
Yeah, good dudes.
They were terrible live.
Uh,
They were fucking terrible, bro.
You know what? Because they played their asses off. Those guys were always playing.
Oh, they
And,
did.
Yeah. So as such, you couldn't help but to go check them out.
What about Sorn? Do you remember Sorn? It was like this dude come in dressed like a fucking vampire.
Oh, I didn't see
He like
that.
hit the scene. He was like, I'm Sorn. I was like, what the fuck? And he had this huge ass fucking ego, and like his dad was just pumping money into his shit. You know, he had this cool live show. Music was fucking absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Sounded like some like heavier meatloaf or something. You know,
Ugh.
yeah, it was fucking weird.
I moved to Tallahassee in 03.
Burgundy Blush.
Burgundy Blush. That
Yep,
was it.
That was it. I actually think I seen him in spirit about 3 weeks ago, and I was like, should I go say something? I don't remember if he'll remember me. I don't know if that's actually him either. You know, you see these people after fucking years.
I know, right?
Yeah, I remember those days.
There were a lot of, and there is now too. The Tallahassee scene has made a really huge comeback from what it used to be. We're still growing, I think, and
I just wish there was more variety. Guys, quit playing metal, please.
oh,
Please.
Need some rock and roll. See,
Fuck,
that's what I'm saying.
dude. Yes,
That's
like
what I'm
have some
saying.
different bands. Goddamn, you all are like very similar in your sound, and it's fine if you like metal. It's good, but I don't like metal.
so that being said, if you don't like metal, you should check out. No, that's not a word. Check out Trial by Stone.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I'm in more like there was a band called Doug Butter back in the day.
Wow.
Do you remember?
No.
Okay, they became people chasing people, and then there was this.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, this
yeah,
dude
there you
fucking
go.
killed it, bro.
Yep.
But back in the early 2000s, the fucking scene was pretty diverse.
Yes.
You had people playing like Razor Mephistos,
Razor
and you had
Mephistos.
Burgundy Blush over here sounded
Yep.
like Orgy, and then Fireplug sounded like Nirvana. You had all these different bands. Now it's like every time there's a show at the Warrior, it's metal. It's metal, and hey, yeah, y'all like that shit. That's fine, but like the women don't like metal, bro. I hate to break it to y'all.
Yeah. There is.
Want to make
or-
money
you
as a
ain't getting no-
band?
you
Make
ain't-
sure the women come to your show
You
and
get
buy
no
the
titty
liquor.
flashes when
There
you play
is
that,
or was a woman in chat that would disagree with you.
Hey,
Melissa.
yeah.
Yeah.
but it's like not the majority. Like
No,
you're gonna
no,
have
absolutely
your unicorns here and there that like your stuff, but like I don't know. It just seemed back in the day it was so diverse. Like Fetch, do you remember Fetch, the punk band? They ended up becoming like Noah's Arcade. They were really fucking good, dude. Sounded like No Effects.
okay.
You know what I mean? But it was, and there was still metal back then.
Yeah.
But it just like now it's just like
Speaking of punk, fucking White Trash Messiahs, man.
Oh fuck, dude! Oh my god!
Oh my
So,
God.
by the way, Vermin he either is or was in town.
I think he still is. Fuck, I've been meaning to catch up with him.
Vermin came down from Virginia very recently, and again, he either is or very recently left.
Vermin
Damn
was
it.
cool as fuck. Vermin was actually really cool with me because you had a lot of guys that were just fucking dicks.
Yep.
And Vermin was fucking cool to me. You know what I mean? Like, because I was 17. Like, when I was doing all that shit
Yep.
20 years ago,
Yep.
I was on the scene. I was a kid, man.
Yep.
Like, we were the only fucking band out of Wakulla that was getting to play Floyds and Big Daddies and all
Absolutely.
this shit. We're the young guys.
Yep.
And some of these guys were, like, really fucking dicks about it.
Yep.
And then you had some of them that were just fucking cool, and they would like share their cocaine with you and shit, in which they should not have done. I was a minor.
Not literal cocaine, internet. All right, relax, YouTube.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. But
Talking-
no, seriously
talking-
though, like some of
talking
these
busy
guys were
drinks.
so fucking cool, and I had some of the coolest experiences. You know, but some of those same experiences is why I don't play music anymore. Why I don't go to the bars because I don't drink. Like, I don't want to hit on your girlfriend.
We'll
But I will.
we'll show you some of Vermin's handiwork after we
right
get
on.
off. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. We'll show you some of his artwork. The studio got tagged before it was the,
But he
the
was
studio.
fucking cool. He was the only band in town that played like that. Stand-up bass player.
Yep.
My buddy's brother played for him. What was Calvin's brother's name? Calvin. He ran Solar Sound.
Not
yeah,
Sammy,
man.
is it? Sammy Rouse?
No, it was his name was Matt. I'm trying to remember Calvin's last name. I don't know. Calvin was like, I worked for his company for a while, and he like introduced me to all kinds of fucking cool music. Hank III, Talking Heads. I really hadn't heard like one or two songs from the Talking Heads before I met this guy, but then he like just opened this fucking, all these albums to me, and I was like incredibly thankful,
We found out last week that there is a Hank the Fourth now.
Oh, really?
Yep, just found that. I still haven't listened to his music. Still haven't checked it out. But we just found out last week there's a Hank the Fourth apparently.
Nice.
Yep.
Don't know nothing about him. I know John Nix has a legit question for you here. Did the Lutz family tell the truth about Amityville, or was it a hoax? And while you answer that, I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. So it's to my understanding, but I haven't looked into it as much as I should. It is my understanding that the stuff in the films, just like with any film, was an exaggeration.
Are we talking
Amity?
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 I am in anonymity.
Yeah, but apparently some of the stuff did happen. Of course, the murders in that house happened before the family moved in, but it's weird because I hear conflicting things. Like I've heard, because when you go up to the Northeast and you're in that area,
Yeah.
everybody knows something, and they're like, all the women are witches, by the
Right.
way.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
up in the
all of
Northeast,
them.
they're all fucking witches. Oh, my great-great-grandmammy, she was a witch and got killed in the trials. And they all say the same shit. And it's
Right.
like, yeah, bro, how did they have so much offspring for y'all to be fucking grandkids of them if they all got killed? But whatever.
Yeah, there were not near. I mean, it was
only 16 of them or some shit. Like,
right,
you know what I mean? It's like,
that's kind of where I was going. I was like, yeah, there were.
I've met like 400 descendants of these ladies.
It was bad. Like it was a really bad situation, and not downplaying that at all. But yeah, there were only like in the U.S. there were only like 16
Yeah.
or so.
But I'd heard that it was legit, and then I also heard that it was just they had more or less had buyer's remorse, didn't like the town, trying to get the fuck out of there, made this story up. You know what I mean? But you hear things, and you can't. I wasn't there, and so therefore the fucking grapevine. takes over.
Now, one aspect that I do really enjoy about ghost hunting is the history aspect. I fucking love history. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm a history nerd because I can't sit here and quote, the fucking all of American history.
Right.
But I do
I
really love the history aspect of it. I was a really big fan of Ghost Hunters, actually, because they always went into the fucking history
Right.
of where it was. And then the moment that they, all right, lights off, and got to turn off all the fucking lights, and
What was that? What was that?
yeah, what was that? And it's like, okay, yep, nope, lost me. let that was perfect. That just perfect. Say, all right, let me know when you turn the lights back on.
Right.
Yeah, come get me, wake me up.
Don't be scared, man, because honestly, the things that are there in the dark are also there in the daytime.
Oh yeah,
So
Yeah, it's just a perception is different. Really.
I believe
Here's-
it was
here's-
Brett Smith that said the darkest hour does not come in the night.
here's the thing. Okay, so the ghost I saw looked just like us here.
Yeah, and that's what's like.
So
oh,
I
shit.
ask you,
how do I know?
how many times that you're driving around going about your fucking daily routine
Absolutely.
do you see somebody that's not actually alive and
Yep.
don't know it?
Yeah, just walking down the road.
Think about that. That fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
Because like after that, I was like, oh my god, if that was a ghost, I'm seeing dead people all the time. And I don't even fucking know it. Yeah, right. But
Here's what's gonna fuck me up. If you write me tomorrow and be like, "Hey man, can I come on your podcast?" I'm gonna be like, "We did that last night."
it's all a dream.
Oh
Manifest.
my god, it wasn't real.
I'm trying to manifest Kevin Bacon being my friend. So I'll have to let you know how that goes.
Should I?
Just like I'm trying to manifest Metallica, bringing me in on some part of
Dude,
the
like
band.
manifest something that's good.
What you trying to
Yeah.
say
You don't
there?
have to fucking
That's right.
manifest bad shit. Like
No,
Yeah,
wait a
That's
minute.
a fucking point.
everybody
so-
knows Megadeth's better.
Mhm.
You know what? You know what?
Boom! He just won the whole fucking
This
level.
podcast is over. I'm done. I quit.
this. I do have to
Dude.
say, when Metallica cut their hair, they finally wrote a good album. Like, was it Loaded or was it
Load.
Reloaded?
Load and Reload. I am a huge fan.
When I say good album, they had like 4 or 5 good songs on each record.
Fuck
But
you.
like, Lars sucks so goddamn bad,
Yes,
bro.
it does. No. I
He fucking kills it for me. Like
Yes,
the
he
guitars
does.
are great. I
Yeah.
love James Hetfield singing.
yeah,
The fucking drummer. Like
yeah.
this ain't the Beatles. Get Ringo Starr the fuck off the stage, bro, because he can't play
Yeah.
for shit.
Yeah.
If they had Dave Grohl playing for him, or
Anymore.
that dude from fucking Mastodon,
Yeah,
the fucking guy from Mastodon kills it and sings.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
And people give me shit. They're like, Mastodon's not metal. I was like, I don't know what the fuck they are. They're hard rock, I
they're
guess.
fucking awesome, is what it is.
Yeah.
Mastodon is
Like
great.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Is Ghost metal?
No, but I love Ghost.
Ghost isn't metal?
No, Ghost is not.
I don't see why it wouldn't
Is
be.
Five Finger Death Punch metal?
Fuck no.
Then
So
what
what's
is
metal?
it?
What's metal?
Pantera.
am.
It's only Pantera.
Pantera.
Pantera's
Yeah,
metal.
it's
Fucking Spandex Pantera?
No.
No.
Wait a minute. That
Oh,
was
hold
post.
on. This was before they had a wardrobe change.
Post.
So
Spandex.
okay,
Okay.
how are you gonna be like metal's a lifestyle, right? So how do y'all make right with that situation? Because it's like, yo, hey, y'all used to be Boy George, but now you're metal.
So actually, their glam shit.
Cowboys from Hell.
Their glam. Their glam shit is actually not bad.
I've never heard of.
In comparison to like fucking Rat and Poison and all that bullshit.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, in comparison.
So
to that,
they did glam metal better than Def Leppard.
yes,
Then why didn't they get famous for glam metal? They had to switch. They had to switch to become relevant. Like, hey, we got to pull off that we're tough guys. We now look tough guys. We've walked around looking like sissies for a while.
because they had talent. That's why.
They did have talent. I'm not saying they weren't talented, but like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, that's my biggest drawback on Pantera. But then again, at the same time, I've only listened to a few Pantera records, and they were crap.
Oh, what?
I don't dig metal.
Okay, you did say you don't dig metal.
Right. So,
Okay.
like, I'm
I forgive you.
My favorite band is Queens of the Stone Age,
Okay.
or like Eagles of Death Metal,
Yep.
which is basically Queens of Stone Age, just same
Yep.
group of guys. That's my favorite shit, like Rolling
So
Stones.
now
you know?
I get why you said that you enjoyed a few songs off of Load and Reload, because Load and Reload are not metal. They're not metal. But I fucking love it.
So okay, give me a metal album to go check out.
Lamb of God actually just dropped a new album called Omens.
Okay. I will
Um,
do so.
I'd say Twisted Sister Stay Hungry. That's metal. Mm.
We're not gonna take it.
Banana, no, 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 no.
no. This dude right here has a hard on for D. Snyder.
Hell yeah.
I just, not a hard on. I just want a piggyback ride.
He has
And
a
you know
hard-on
how
for
hard it is to get a piggyback ride while you have a hard on. It's like faux pas. So you don't do that. You gotta.
You
I'm
have to
sure-
dock. You have to dock the ship.
I'm
you
sure.
gotta, you got to keep the hard on down.
If we
they're
were
not-
to
they don't
ask-
get no back pain.
I'm sure if we were either to ask Landon or Jared, they might be able to answer that question for us.
Jared from Subway?
Not that Jared.
Oh,
No, he would have a hard on if he had any.
Whoa.
Piggyback ride.
No.
All right, so
no,
Joe
no.
Taylor, hey, back to the chats. Joe Taylor says, "What up, dude? What up, Joe? How you been, baby?" And then Chris says, "Steel Panther is fucking metal, bro." Yes, Steel Panther,
oh God.
death to all, but metal.
Y'all understand why I don't like metal? It's just like a fucking group of dudes. Like Bigfooters get picked on. Joe Rogan called us a bunch of unfuckable white dudes. Whatever. But it's like an alcoholic anonymous group. You just hang out. It's a brotherhood. It's all dudes.
Yeah.
It is a brotherhood.
It is. Yeah, I
Well,
mean
look,
that's
there's-
fine. I have nothing against it, but it's just like
And there's a lot of that shit. It's not just in music. I mean, the only reason bodybuilders get fucking super jacked up, it's not for chicks. It's so other dudes can be like, "Dude, you got to
Oh,
super,
yeah, for
super
sure,
fucking
man.
pump on, bro." That's all it is. Buy a McLaren, you're gonna be hanging out with dudes.
all right,
get
I'm
super
not buying a
jacked,
fucking
You're
McLaren.
gonna be hanging out with dudes.
I just want to buy
Playing a
like a
fucking
little
death metal
fucking
band, you're gonna
hut.
be hanging out with dudes.
But I'm comfortable enough in my sexuality to hang out with dudes.
Especially if you're
Oh,
driving
yeah.
a fucking McLaren.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
wear a onesie
I
at
can't
times.
fit. I can't fit in one.
there's that.
I don't
Thank
think.
you for being honest, Rob.
I don't think I'll ever fit into a McLaren.
Give it 100 years, like I was saying earlier. The technology will get there. We will understand.
They will,
No. What'll
they will
happen is they'll
insert your
get bigger.
consciousness into a
The
fucking
McLarens will get bigger and bigger. Kind of like a perfect example of this is the Ford Maverick. My first car
Mhm.
was a '71 Ford Maverick, and now the Ford Maverick is a pickup truck.
Did you see the Maverick that Dave Hart from Ultimate Sight and Sound and I went in on
No.
with a 347?
No.
Holy shit, dude! So I had the fucking worst drag race in my life. This shit was awesome. It was 347, had a line lock, trans brake, all that shit. 10.5-inch, fucking barely street legal slicks on it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there idling away at a light. Ken Katu comes pulling up to me on his Sportster and kind of looks at me and revs it up a bit. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I look around because I'm going to open up the electronic cutouts.
Right.
And I hear him rev up and take off. And I look up in the light screen and I mash it. But because I don't have the cutouts open, the tune is not ready for drag racing.
Right.
And I stall the car. And I'm watching Ken fucking haul ass on his Sportster, and I'm laughing so hard I can't get it back into neutral to start this thing. There's people like driving around me like, "Get that fucking piece of shit out of the road." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool. It's only, 500 horsepower chunk of shit, but yeah, I'll get it out of the road as soon as I can get it to start." That'd be fucking awesome. Samantha's got a question. Do you have ghosts or Bigfoot designs on your favorite towels when you sing in the shower?
I don't shower.
I will tell you this though. I noticed when you were coming down the driveway.
Mhm.
Yeah, come pulling up and she says, "Yeah, there's a car coming down with a Bigfoot on the side of the
Oh,
road."
I got to promote.
And I was
wonder
like,
who that
I was
is.
like, okay, I know exactly.
Got my
who
ugly
that
mug
is.
on it. Fellas, I got to get rolling back to Crawfordville, man.
Yeah, we got to
So-
shut it down
Yep.
as well.
But yeah, hey, Paracon, 22nd. Come out, be there, be square. We'll
Yes.
be doing something better.
Off the record podcast.
That's going to be so fucking awesome. That is going to be killer. Do we have an outro?
Yes, tickets on The Warrior. You can look up OutKast Paranormal or find me on Facebook, and we got a ticket link up there. But you can get them from The Warrior, whatever the website is, stuff like that. Also, day of show, you can just show up. It's $15 to get in. If you want a VIP for the ghost hunt all nighter, it's $100. But that also gets you into the show, so or to the to the conference. We'll have different vendors and things like that. So
It's going to be awesome. And links are in description. I know Chris put it into chats, so however you need to get to that page, get to that page. You'll find it. And we are
Off Record Podcast.